Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all of our Lira lovelies across the globe. My name is Ella Cressman. I am a licensed esthetician and proud member of Lira Clinical's education team. And we are super excited to have Melissa Kofelt on with us today. Melissa, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Melissa Kofelt. I am the territory rep and educator for the Northwest and North Plains. So I love being here today. Thank you for having me.
She's a big fan of the spotlight and the body treatment, so we're very excited for her to be with us. And we also have Francine Kagarakis. Hi, Fran.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. The same thing. Thank you so much, Ella and Melissa. We're so excited you're with us. We know your passion for the Lira Spotlight. Thank you for being here.
I have to also say thank you for everyone joining us today. And Melissa is a rock star. I think at the trade show, she outshines everyone else because of her passion for the body treatments and how she approaches anti-aging for the body. So we're just very fortunate to have her today to share some of her experiences.
Thank you.
And that is, of course, Metaxia delicis. And we also have Brenda Cumming on the line. Hi, Brenda.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
And you guys are actually super troopers because you're just back from Vegas and the big IECSC trade show. What a whirlwind. Thank you for joining us as well.
Yes. Well, Vegas was an experience, right, Fran?
It was a great experience. We had a great time and wonderful to be back at the trade shows. And we were very excited because it was very beneficial for us, winning 6 awards from ASCP.
Woo!
And thank
Was
you
Reader's
all of our
Awards, Fran.
That's
so
right.
we have to thank all our loyal business partners for voting for us. Very much appreciated.
And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Well, the
go ahead. I'm sorry.
The award nights were special because it started off winning 1 award, the 2nd award, the 3rd award, and finally they were calling it the Lira Show. It was nice to see that other lines were also enjoying the evening. We got together after, but it was fun. It was fun that this industry is definitely being elevated to the next level of professionalism. I mean, we all could work in the same room together. We could share fun experiences together, but it was just, for me, it was one of the best awards ceremonies I've ever seen.
Well, for us it was. Okay. For us it was, but everybody, we are one team at the end of the day. Yeah. And what we're all there to do is make sure to deliver great products. And we just are so very thankful to have those awards and for everyone to be there, be happy, and celebrate together.
As Brenda mentioned, those were Reader's Choice Awards, and we definitely attribute that to our Lira family and our Lira business partners. And so with that said, part of our housekeeping today is that we want to answer all of your questions. And so you'll see on the right-hand side of your screen, there is an opportunity to ask questions. Please feel free. We will be answering those at the end. If we don't have time to answer all of them here in this broadcast, we will make sure to answer them afterwards. So thank you so much. And the other thing is, for those who are staying tuned throughout the entire round table, we will be giving away a random drawing for some product. So that's coming at the end. So yay! So welcome to the Lira Clinical Skin Excellence Round Table. There is big business in body treatments and a rising demand for corrective protocols in home care. I think everybody's noticed. You probably saw a lot of that at the Las Vegas show as well. And today we're going to be talking about a far too often overlooked yet important opportunity for clinical correction in the body. What's on trend? Body treatments, especially Brenda will be able to attest to this. Medi spas are performing more body protocols than ever before.
Yes, actually, body treatments have been slowly on the rise for years, probably for the last 10 years. And I think just with the advancement in aesthetics and the no social downtime and people not looking their stated age, Not that I'm speaking for myself, but you know,
course
and
not.
work out and
Not
you
that
take
any of us are
good
speaking.
care of yourself. You know, we don't just stop aging here. So I have probably 1 out of every 5 patients come in and their first chief complaint is their neck. And so there's a lot of things you can do non-surgically to make that skin and texture look a lot better. And that would be body treatments along with some other treatments like smooth threads or True Sculpt, lots of things. But then you keep going down, and then you've got chest. And if you were photo damaged and grew up in the 70s and put betadine and baby oil on you, that can make you look very old. And then we call them crinkles. So those are those static lines that are in the chest, and you can address those. And then you keep looking down and you see saggy knees and the stuff around your elbows, what happened, and this stuff here, and people are really talking about it. So I don't see this trend doing anything but getting more and more popular and more demand. And even if you do invasive treatments, you still have to back it up with body care.
Well, I have to tell you, Brenda, coming back from Vegas and you were with us, what really was really cool is to see that body awareness. I mean, summertime, people are wearing short sleeves, shorter, more exposing their body, their legs and their backs and stuff. And what you notice, there's a glow. There's a glow when people take care of their skin, and it has a youthful appearance, hydration, that glow, that tanning look, that like you just came out of the sun with this hydrated, beautiful body. But aging doesn't stop in the neck. And what's really cool is that just coming off of a show, you saw that on TV, some of the
We
commentators.
saw a lot of bodies at the show.
Yeah, we did.
Yes,
But
we did.
you notice that now the youthful appearance is extending down to the rest of the body with the shorter sleeves. But it's happening, and I think it's such a good time for estheticians to be able to offer more modalities, and that's the surge you're getting in your med spa.
I think that's also something like there used to be like age appropriate clothing where somehow the older we got, the more covered we got. And now it seems, and I may be speaking as a reluctant 44-year-old who loves a tank top. And I've got to be honest with you, I'm wearing shorts for the first time in probably 15 years for various reasons, but just kind of literally letting it all hang out. But so I had gotten some vein therapy this winter for some, age-related vein issues. But I think that the anti-aging that we were accustomed to was just face value, if you will, was just here. But to think about anti-aging everywhere is so exciting as a practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
No,
your face isn't the only thing that ages. The rest of your body does too.
Exactly.
And people
Gravity.
are looking for products. They're looking for it. They go to the gym, they walk, they do certain things to keep themselves healthy. So why not extend that to the rest of the body? They're doing this and they're searching for it. So professional skincare is where they need to be looking, because they are going to get that concentrated product to do a lot more.
Let's take a look at a before and after of that. These are from Brenda's office. Brenda, would you explain these to us?
I'm not seeing the slides, Ella.
Oh.
Am I
So it's
missing?
an abdomen and flank before and 12 weeks post. And so what we see here is definitely some skin type. And this is with True Sculpt.
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is the presentation, because I'm not seeing it
I
either.
don't see it either.
Oh my
and we're not
goodness.
seeing the presentation. So maybe if we could,
There
there
it
you
is.
go. Now we see it. Okay.
Beautiful. Oh, yay. Having a human experience. And I see Brenda now. I didn't see her before. So can you see it now?
I thought my camera was on. Hey, we just got back from Vegas. I thought my camera was on and someone told me it was not. I was talking away.
Well, just so everyone knows, there were some beautiful slides before this. Okay, so here we have the before and afters for True Sculpt.
Yeah, so this is a 40-something-year-old patient who wanted some skin tone and just really spot reduction for fat. So these non-invasive radiofrequency ultrasound devices really will treat small areas of fat. And that's not just one treatment, that's probably 2, maybe 3, because then we offer maintenance, but we also put them on our Lira body line and our firming lotion, and then in clinic we add the mineral retinol solution, which is my favorite, and we apply it into the body firming and massage, so they get that stimulation as well, and making that area look a little firmer and increasing some collagen and elastin. So
I
that's
just
pretty
had this done here on my jawline, and what at Brenda's office and her practitioners made it clear that I was to use the firming lotion afterwards. And so I'm a week out now. Tomorrow will be a week, and I can't tell you, I'm so excited about the results from it already. It's been amazing, and really pairing it with the Lira Clinical products, both the body firming lotion, but also I use the face firming, and I bring it down to my décolleté, and I feel it different. It's amazing. It's amazing. Complimentary. All right, let's take a look at the next one. This is a good story.
Yeah, so this is a patient and a friend of mine, and she's almost 80, and she's single and ready to mingle, and she is adorable. I can't show you her face or anything. Dresses to the nines, is dating, very sassy and vivacious, and we did some, she doesn't have any fat. This is all skin laxity. So we did a lot of smooth threads. And we just took the threads and drew a circle basically around her belly button, umbilicus, and then just put smooth threads in there and then down at the bottom. And you can see the results she had with some collagen tightening, also the body firming lotion. She's really thrilled with that results because she doesn't have an ounce of fat anywhere on her.
Did you do peels on her as well?
Cindy might have peeled her belly. She actually takes pretty good care of herself.
It's amazing.
But definitely the firming lotion.
It doesn't have to stop, right? Almost 80 years old. That's fantastic.
She has more energy than all of us probably on this roundtable right now.
And Metaxi really hit it on the head.
My favorite slide. I love this slide.
Metaxi hit it on the head. She says because aging doesn't stop at the face, right?
Mm-hmm. And this slide is important because we were taught as estheticians that, you know, we got to worry about the face, and then décolleté became part of the face. But connecting it all, I mean, hydration and keeping the skin healthy, because we all get, like you said, drier in the feet and the arms, and it's a beautiful slide to have, and explain to your clients it all could benefit when you really realize that it's one body, one skin.
Well, if you look at this picture, look at the hands. It's the last one on there. Pigment and dry skin, you know, with hand sanitizer, washing your hands all the time. I know it's sort of at the bottom there because her hand's at the bottom. That's huge. Even driving, I remember driving with Metaxia, and she's over there putting her sunscreen on and her sleeve down as she's driving. So, you know, she would do stuff like that. These are things that we have to remember. And when you have a client and you're working on them, you can go ahead and when you're doing a peel, extend it to the hand so then they understand that they still have to work on that part of the body. And then as you're done and you're putting sunscreen on them, put a little sunscreen on their hand as they're driving home. It reminds them that we still have to work on the rest of the body. So this shows you a lot of things that we're looking at.
Away your age for sure.
Can I add? Melissa had a really good, she had a really good idea. I was talking to her a couple weeks ago. She had a fantastic idea with the way to do that.
Mm-hmm. So while you're doing a service, you have the mask sitting on their face. It's a perfect time to add on a service right there for their hands. And all you do really is a double cleanse, use our Pro Pads, back of the hands, and then treat it with your Silk Souffle and finish with your SPF. And not only are you building your services and the retail or the ROI on that, but they're also falling in love with the Lira Spa, and they're going to want to take it home. They're going to want to make sure that they have that Silk Souffle in their purse at all times. So it's a good way for to introduce how the Pro Pads can be brought into the rest of the body and utilizing the Lira Spa on top of that for all the nourishing. So
okay, let's go back to those Pro Pads because that's what I put that
Yeah, there you go.
on my arms, on my legs, you know, after I get out of the shower.
We need to make pro sheets is what I'm hearing.
Oh, there you go. Pro sheets. Yes.
I mean, that's something maybe we should talk about, is having a bigger pad, but I don't care because I see the results.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And then
You
you
know,
ended up mixing a little bit of the silk souffle and the nursing oil and putting that over the top. What a beautiful treat. Mhm.
Love that. You know, when I grew up, this is how I was conditioned, and we were in Colorado, we're parched anyways. We're parched the second we step out of the shower. But it was just mostly Jergens or, teenage years we were using Bath and Body Works because it smelled, or Love Spell from Victoria's Secret because it smelled good too. But that we were putting lotion in all of our body. And that continued on until you realize that's not sufficient necessarily for the anti-aging part. And I think that's the thing when we're talking about trends and stuff, that's catching on for the daily home care part. And Melissa just brought that up, like for home care opportunity, that it's the anti-aging that continues on at home is super important, not just keeping things supple, but really fighting against these other things we see here, the abdomen, the loose skin and cellulite, or the décolleté with pigment damage. I have two. I can see there's a big difference in age between my left hand and my right hand. My left hand, which was my palette for skincare for a long time, and my right hand just looks so much older. And it's just very curious, but you don't think about those things sometimes until it's too late.
Mhm.
Let's talk about what that means then. Body bright and body beautiful doesn't happen by chance. We really need to have some effort put into the anti-aging of the body. The same effort that we put into the face. Would you agree? Obviously, we heard Brenda. She's pro padding head to toe.
Oh, listen, I start with our cleanser, that brightening cleanser, on a dry brush. And from the neck down, I really work it in because I cannot stand my freckles that I had when I was younger. And then I put betadine and baby oil on. And my mother, who's from Ireland, would tell me I was ruining my skin, but what'd she know? She was my mom. And then I would burn myself over and over. And then I remember thinking, one of these days, all my freckles are going to connect and I will have a tan. And I didn't even know what I was talking about. Well, guess what that's called? Actinic bronzing. Another name is advanced photo damage. Thank you, Dr. Papadeus, who pointed that out to me. And so at that point, I was like, okay, I've got to stop doing that. And then when we came out with this product, I'm going to work it in that. Anna came up with that product and it's really one of my favorite, but I do it as dry. And then I rinse it off. And then I go in with the Pro Pads. And then I go in with the body firming and the mineral retinol solution. Probably 3 to 4 times a week.
Well,
Yeah, so Brenda, I'm like you. I grew up.
Some of these, yeah, I'm fading them, but we all know what happens when you get heat. Stimulation.
I think
Go ahead. Well, I'm like you. I'm from Idaho, and growing up on a farm, sunscreen was not really something that we even really addressed. It was a bottle of baby oil and the trampoline you go get your first burn on.
Yeah.
And
Burn on. I love it.
right? And so now I'm seeing the results of all of those years of that. And our Lira Spotline, you guys have done such a beautiful job with the ingredients and everything that you've put in there that I am starting to see a difference in my own skin. And I'm loving telling the estheticians, get your clients started in their 20s because it'll protect them in the future.
Absolutely.
I have to add something real quick because I think we have to recognize sun as something that could damage the skin. And Wenda said connecting the dots for the pigment and all that, but you actually could destroy the melanocyte and it's caused hypopigmentation. So when we do a skin assessment on someone's face, we always recommend them looking at their arm because the arm will kind of tell you if there's some damage, hypopigmentation. So it's really important that we use products that are exfoliating, reassuring the skin that the melanocytes, so they're not going to be burned out and destroyed. So there is not only that we want to have a glow, we definitely want to protect the function of the melanocyte. That's really, really important because hypopigmentation on the body is very common and you need to be aware of that. And the cleanser that you mentioned, Brenda, that's 15% of lactic, which a lot of companies use it as a face peel. our cleanser is one of the best in the market because it is addressing the melanocytes and how they can relax and not destroy them, and all the hydration that you put into the skin so that the skin, the epidermis, is a healthy epidermis, so the melanocytes are reassured. Because going outside, we're exposed, and our body's exposed to areas that were not exposed during the winter. And what happens is that body needs to be reassured with the proper hydration that we're going to be okay to go sit in the sun longer than we did the prior season.
Well, we stimulated melanocytes over the weekend because Vegas is what, 105?
It was warm. It was
So I
warm.
stayed out for a few minutes, and you know, I'm looking at my arms while y'all are talking, going, just in 2 days, you know, everything I've done, but I'm going to do it again. Fran, what else do you love about our body cleanser?
Body cleanser is great because lactic is body friendly or skin friendly. It's my favorite AHA in the whole of all of the AHAs because it's not as drying, number one. And we have to remember, so by us exfoliating and then putting, after we exfoliate, we do the scrub. It's a different process. Our Lira Spa has a completely different process than most other lines. Normally people will cleanse first and then do a scrub. We do a scrub and then do the cleanse. Because we have the lactic acid, it really does brighten the skin after it's been exfoliated, makes it even brighter. And you have to remember, you have to rub it in your elbows and your knees, because what happens there? Don't they get darker? Aren't they drier? So you take the scrub and you take the cleanser, you massage it all over, but then you do a little extra massage in the knees because that does show your age, and so does your elbows. And so this way you're brightening those areas. Yes, Ella.
What I'm hearing is head, shoulders, elbows, knees, and toes. Knees and toes.
That's the one. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Yeah,
All over. Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
But you know, when you're using that cleanser, massage it in even more in those areas and stuff. And especially on top of your hands, all of this. You find that you need to use it every time you take a shower. And you're starting to see a big difference. Your skin is smooth, brighter, and especially the elbows and the knees.
But it's a sophisticated product.
Very
Because,
sophisticated.
Plant stem cells in there and what?
Oh, we
Vitamins.
didn't even go there yet. This is where we're talking about science, discovering nature's
I'm trying
secrets.
to lead you down there because you get so excited about
Oh,
ingredients.
I'm already excited. First of all, when this line came out, we had to come out with a plant stem cell because we love our plant stem cells. So what was the plant stem cell for the body that worked the best was the papyrus, hydration, because that's the one thing that we needed. And of course, papyrus goes with Cleopatra, Egypt, you know, with me, that's a big deal. Obviously, if you look back here.
Pictures.
Okay, so papyrus seemed to work the best because we hydrate the skin. We have 3 very sophisticated peptides in our firming lotion. And again, this works for cellulite, works for stretch marks, works for collagen synthesis. You know, all of this is very important. And we have to rub it into the underarms, you know, that part, you know, under your arms right over here. That's very, very important. And of course, you know, all parts here. And the fact that we put BVOSC, and Brenda, say the correct word, which I always have a problem with.
Even
Tetra?
after Vegas, tetrahexyl decylascorbic.
You got it. And the Lira Spa line has the same philosophy as the Lira Clinical line. It's clinical. So we went with lipid soluble vitamin C for the body. And this way it gets in more, does exactly what it's supposed to do, tighten and brighten. And so that's one of the best things we have in there, and we have it throughout the line. And then of course, coconut, very, very popular, extract and oil, and used in different formulations, again, to hydrate. And then, you know, our wonderful nourishing oil, which we love. And Ella, you know how great hemp seed oil is, am I right? Maybe you need to go off on that for us.
I love hemp seed oil. I love all things hemp.
Yeah.
I love all things of that family. But the hemp seed oil in particular is incredibly nourishing, but it also is, it's very biomimetic. So it's really close to your natural profile. And it's also like a delivery. So it helps to open the door, or like a VIP card for the papyrus plant stem cell or the silk proteins. And then we have, of course, we never stop at just one. The Rosa Canina oil is incredibly full of antioxidants, but also has an influence on, is anti-inflammatory and has a slight influence on hyperpigmentation. So every single ingredient is intentional for the body, is intentional the same way we look at the face. It's for brightening and for youthful function. In fact, going back to the tripeptide complex that we have in there, that acetyl tetrapeptide 2, that actually encourages, like, it encourages youthful skin. Like, that is its purpose. It encourages the skin to function as it did in its youth. So it's like, that's all put together in such a beautiful way. So just like everyone's expressed their excitement over this line, this is why. It's because it's not just Lubriderm. It's not just cocoa butter. It's all these things put together very intentionally based on the formulation.
Ella, we also have to explain about hemp seed oil. It's not CBD. And the reason we have to explain that, people get very nervous. Some people love it, some people don't. So what we need to tell people, this is cannabis sativa, correct?
Cannabis
And
sativa
hemp-
seed oil. Yeah. So
Thank you.
it's rich in omega fatty acids, and there is no cannabinoids, and CBD would be a cannabinoid. There's no influence there. It's just like a pressed seed. And this one in particular is a cold pressed seed, cold pressed hemp seed. So
And that's important.
Yeah, it's important because it preserves the integrity of the seed. So it's not like you heat it up and you burn off components of it. It's cold pressed. So it's like in its most beneficial form.
And this is something when we get, I know we're waiting for the slide to show the products and all, but one product that I never leave home without is the nourishing oil. There we go, there. That nourishing oil, you don't leave home without it. Frizzy hair, number one, when you travel, you know your hair never looks the same. So what we do is a nourishing oil, not only do you put it in your hair before you before you wash it, after you wash it, take off my makeup with it. Sometimes when my skin is even drier, like in Vegas, what we do is you take the Mystique cleanser and you mix it together with the nourishing oil, and you have now a cleansing oil. So I never leave home without it. You can, of course, it's nourishing for the body, but it sure does help with the hair when you're traveling.
And you taught me this. Eyelashes.
Eyelashes, yes. Well, that's when I take off my makeup. When I take off my mascara, I take it off with this. So because at the same time, cleansing or removing makeup with benefits. Just like we say, cleansing with benefits, removing makeup with benefits. So you have BVOSC, lipid soluble vitamin C, for your hair, for your eyelashes, for your skin. It's phenomenal. That nourishing oil goes everywhere. It's perfect.
Another
When I
great
get
way
out of this, go ahead. I'm sorry, Melissa.
if you are waxing, it is a great way to remove wax residue and give them nourishment at the same time.
Oh, I learned something else.
Yeah.
When I get out of the shower, have you guys seen that series, The Vikings, on History Channel?
Yes.
Okay, you know Floki?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so my husband will be like, you look like Floki, because I'll just have mascara running all the way down. And I'm like, oh, and I just pop the nourishing oil, because I do my best work in the shower, so I'll come out really intent talking about something important. He's like, you look like Floki. So,
Ella, one more thing I want to remember, apricot oil. Apricot, we're finding a great new respect for it because we're using it now in other products too. Apricot oil is an omega-6. Not only do we have the hemp seed, but apricot oil is very important. A powerful anti-inflammatory right now, so it's wonderful. Can use it for eczema. We can use it for psoriasis. So you're going to find not only is it hemp, but apricot oil. You're going to see more and more about it with us.
yeah, that's a fantastic ingredient. I love that one. And again, very similar profile to our skin. That's why it's not like this nourishing body oil is just a perfect consistency. It doesn't just sit on top. It really absorbs well, very nicely. So let's talk about where Lira Clinical meets Lira Spa. Let's talk about trendworthy clinical combinations.
Ella, one more thing I want to talk about. One product we didn't discuss, it's called the, how we call it, souffle, or silk souffle.
Oh my gosh.
Can we
talk about broccoli?
Right, just real quick right now, because silk is very exciting. It has 18 natural amino acids, and I think that's one of our top sellers in the line.
Just
and
18,
they're finding it is what?
Just 18, you said?
Like 18 amino. I didn't hear you, Brenda.
I said just 18.
Just 18, but we have so much other stuff in it. BVOSC is in there too, Vitamin C, remember, nothing's just one item. It's totally loaded. But
Mhm.
that product is #1, and we are taking that formula. And if Anna was on, I'd like to have her, but Anna could talk about what we're going to do with it. But that product is so sophisticated that we are going to expand on it, and that we'll be talking about more in fall.
I think what we need to understand is that we did not come from the body type of wellness.
There you
And
go.
we've learned through what we've learned through the face as we've extended it down. So it's not, like you said, it's different. It's not a lotion just to hydrate. There's benefits that everything that Lira offers. The ingredient deck is different than other companies because we've done our research. People think lotions are lotions and they don't matter, really, just a hydration. It matters. The formulas matter to a way that it benefits, and you are extending it, like Francine said, to the eyes, to the hairs, which is unusual. The souffle is something that people just, once you have it, you realize that it's not just hydrating, but it's keeping your skin at its best. And so, just to remember, Lira offers different unique ingredient combinations and formulations. So it's about anti-aging and preserving the youthful body and skin that we have. And so I just want to put that in because our ingredient deck is like no other.
What
And,
about taking the BB bronze and adding it to the silk souffle?
oh, that was on the
That's
next
coming up.
slide. We were going there, but we pushed back a little. Sorry, because I got too excited and I felt we forgot about our beautiful silk souffle.
You know, to be honest with you, another trend that's really popular right now are Birkenstocks. And those who have them understand that. That's why I said, can we talk about Birkenstock feet? Because they, for some reason, make your feet so dry in so many different areas. But the silk souffle is like a Birkenstock layer because it's like a shield. I don't know what it is about that particular formulation, but I will not leave home without it. And the other interesting thing is that they stay soft, so you don't get those summertime feet at all. So just another tidbit. And the other thing is, you guys were just in Las Vegas. Did you try the body firming lotion on your legs and feet?
Oh,
Or
I did.
anyone who works on their feet all day, or if you're standing on your feet all day, has anyone else tried it?
Yeah, I bring it with me and put it on my feet at night because
It also works
it's looking
beautifully
for that stimulation, right?
for
Absolutely.
the esthetician that's been working all day and they're posed like this, cross the shoulders. Amazing.
Oh, good idea.
I didn't
Great
do the
idea.
shoulders yet. That's good.
So let's talk about
Instead of my Ben Gay, thank you very much. Instead of
Go to the Ruby lotion, so much better.
those benefits. Yes, way more benefits.
yes.
All right. Trend-worthy clinical combination. So you heard Brenda mention the spa body cleanser with a dry brush, getting down on that Benadine, that previous sun exposure.
Yeah.
What else do you guys hear? We have mineral retinol and spa firming lotion.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my God, that's Brenda's.
that's a back bar treatment. So you can't send them home with the mineral retinol, but you could send them home with the retinol plus, a little dab of that, and the firming lotion.
And that's really going to fight, do some skin tightening, some firming, and some
Help with that crepiness that we all hate.
yeah, the crepey knees, crepey elbows, and especially this part.
Yeah.
It changes, and it feels like it changes overnight. The skin.
Well,
the crepey
if you're if you're going to be doing a body treatment like Brenda said, you can do a lactic peel on the body. A lot of times people use like a nice paintbrush, something a little wider, so we can do the whole body, and then introduce the firming lotion with the mineral retinol, as we're saying, so they feel it and understand how it works. You jumpstart them in clinic, and then of course you send them home with the product of the firming lotion. So it's nice to jumpstart them in clinic with the retinol, mineral retinol solution.
Melissa, off of these 4, which one is your favorite, or do you have one to add?
Oh, I really love the Pro Pads with the Pro Retinol and the nourishing oil. That's kind of my go-to out of the shower also. That's one I like to tell a lot of my clients or accounts about, just because it's such a beautiful combination. So, and it's really a great home treatment. You start them in clinic with their treatment itself, you send them home with home treatments, they're going to come back and they're going to love you and think you're a miracle worker.
That's right.
You know, we grew up in San Francisco, so we had fog in the summer. We did not have sun. So as you're all giving these wonderful stories of the sun, the only time we saw sun is when we visited our grandmother in Bakersfield on a farm once in a while. So, and even then it was too hot to go outside. So what our favorite, or my favorite is the BB with the silk souffle. I need to give myself some type of glow. I may have melanin, but I didn't go in the sun a lot. So the BB bronze with the silk souffle is wonderful because you can go ahead and, yes, I did put it on in Las Vegas, so I looked a little more golden in Las Vegas, but it's nice because it's hydrating and you have that nice glow on your skin. So putting those two together works beautifully.
And for me, Francine said that's a good comment. For me, that I do have the underlying freckling from photo damage from years of doing what Brenda said. I don't want the self-tanners that make you darker because it brings up the pigment that's already, you worked really hard to lighten. So putting on the souffle and the BB bronzer, I'm not stimulating color, I'm just applying color. That doesn't transfer to my clothes. So it's really nice to be able to have that, because I've tried those lotions that you put on, all of a sudden the next morning you're all nice and tan, but it really brings up all those things that I've been fighting for.
Brings up everything you've tried to hide and minimize.
Yeah,
Right?
so I could have a glow without any kind of melanin production at all.
You know, another great thing for that would be, you guys, I watch a lot of TV. I call it research, but Real Housewives reunion legs would be the BB bronze with silk souffle with a little bit of the nourishing body oil on top. Will give you that dewy, fresh look.
Huh.
Yes.
The Lira legs, the Lira legs.
Yeah, the Real Housewives Lira
You
legs.
could call it that, Lira legs.
Well,
Lira.
I like this slide where Lira Clinical meets Lira Spa is where we use the clinical line with the spa line. Because again, the whole philosophy of the spa line falls with the clinical line. And so a lot of these ingredients we use for the face, we use in the body, and that clinical treatment is for full body.
Exactly.
I think doing like the lactic peel or any of the peels, a hybrid, especially in décolleté and hand or hand and arm, especially forearm, and piecing it out that way, would be a really great fall time treatment, especially using some of the inappropriate peel, but then the silk souffle for that reparative property, and you can pair in a bunch of different options there, products there. So getting creative, I think, is one of my favorite things as a practitioner.
Well, and I'm gonna bring up one too that's kind of like a little bit off, but you know how amazing our ice stick is for back acne, folliculitis, on whole body.
Yep.
You know, so that's another thing is, if you're a waxer, think about that. When I was doing waxing, I made sure every single one of my clients went home with an ice stick, because I was already anticipating overactive sebaceous glands. And so this would be going at it. So remember, the ice stick isn't just for the face.
Nice.
Agreed.
Nice.
Okay, well, let's see what else we've got here. Let's time for questions, and it looks like there's mostly questions here about getting a copy of this slideshow. And this is something special for tuning in to our roundtable, so we will not have this available for these slides in particular, even though you missed the first most beautiful ones. But we can definitely talk as a team about putting something else like this together. What do you think?
I think it'd be great. We want to get this information out.
So this one in particular won't be available, but we'll get something for you. And that is what we've got. Is there any other questions? Remember, in the upper right-hand corner, there's a hand you can ask questions. And if not,
Well, as far as that goes too, Ella, have them reach out to us reps. We can get them some of that information while we're waiting for that to be put together.
absolutely, that's a great point too. That your business partners are amazing wealth of information, knowledge, and ideas. So they're there to help you. And look
Ella, I
back.
just want to go over one other item, something Melissa said, which is important. When they have a mask on, remember, they do buy products for the body. Don't be afraid to introduce products to them at that point. Put it on their arms. Let them feel the stimulation of the firming lotion. Let them see what the products do. Introduce the products at that time, because obviously they're buying something for their hands, they're buying something for their feet. This is a time of year that your feet are out, your arms are out. So it's a great opportunity to really introduce the spa line to them while they're in clinic.
Exactly. Home care just doesn't stop at the face, guys.
That doesn't.
Give them a phenomenal products at home that they're going to love you for. And the smell of the spa line, I don't know how you guys did it. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ella, what's our next round table? Here we go. You're on it.
August 31st. August 31st. So we will be having some fun in the sun, protected, next month
I'm glad you said that.
with our solar shield next month. But we will be ready for our next roundtable on August 31st. So mark your calendars. And in the meantime, who's ready for a giveaway? Ooh, I am.
Always.
Okay, so I'm just going to text customer service and ask them to pick a number between 1 and it looks like we've got 1 and 437. So let's see. Awesome. Okay. We're waiting for them.
And the number is, drum roll,
123. So Pam Galperin. Pam Galperin.
Yay, Pam!
Are you serious?
Yeah.
And when do they win?
Where does she live? Pam, if you want to say, oh, here we go.
She's in Idaho. Northern
She's
Idaho.
Idaho. Boise? Oh, it's
No,
here's
Woodland.
one question. Is the ice, okay, let's keep, you know what, we'll get to these, we'll answer these afterwards. We'll send you emails. Any future plans for large body sunscreen? Ashley Pierce.
Well, we get asked that a lot. Fran, you want to take that?
yes, we are. Yes, we are. We have it in the works right now. We're looking for something with a spray. We're looking for it. And it has to follow the Lira philosophy to make sure that it works very, very well. So
You
yes.
have a lot of chemicals in it.
Nope, we're very careful. That's one of the reasons why it's not out yet. We're perfecting it. And sunscreens are something that we are looking at and we are always expanding on. So stay tuned.
We have another question about protocols from Leah Nichols. Hey, Leah, she's asking about protocols for body. There are some amazing body protocols now. So be sure to reach out to your business partner, manager, like Melissa. Not sure what state you're in, but if you don't know, we'll get you connected. And if you have
Ella, we also had a protocol in one of our treatment guides. I think it was 2 treatment guides earlier where we did have the lactic peel in there. We have the spa treatments, but we also have the lactic peel. So if you go to our library, you go into our, where do we normally have that, Melissa?
Under the seasonal guides.
Now, this has seasonal guides.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'll find it. It's actually called the Naked Guide. If I remember correctly, we named that one Naked. So when you go back and see the past treatment guides, the Naked Guide is where we show the first lactic peel treatment. So please go to that guide and you'll see the lactic peel.
And any other cool tips, just reach out to your business development partner.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being a part of today's series, and we look forward to seeing you on August 31st. Any other questions, we will email you. Thank you so much.
Stay
Thanks
safe
for
and
attending, everybody. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Ella.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.